I'm Christopher John Farley, a senior editor at the Wall Street Journal. I'm here with Ridley Scott, the director of such films as Prometheus, Alien, Blade Runner, Gladiator, Thelma and Louise, and his newest is The Martian. Ridley, thanks for coming to the Wall Street Journal.
Good morning.
How closely did you work with NASA in getting things right for The Martian?
Well, the book I thought was very, very, very well researched, and Drew Goddard did a very, very good adaptation of the book. And so then I was able to talk to both of them and say, did you guys do your research? They say, absolutely. And so, fortunately, I didn't have to do any research. I just followed the blueprint.
Now, one thing I found fascinating about the movie, of course, it's about an astronaut stranded on Mars, played by Matt Damon. But really, although it's an adventure story about this guy trying to get off this planet, it really is about the sort of the wonder of space travel. It makes you think, you know, we should be having these kinds of adventures.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about that. Do you want to get people more interested in space travel? Do you hope to sort of spark the imagination of kids who watch the film?
I think you have to. I think because it's there, you got to do it. Why would you climb Mount Everest? Because it's there. And I think Mars has always been romanticized by authors and by music. Holst, God of War, Mars, isn't it? And I think it's so revered and interesting because we know it's the red planet, so that's immediately kind of romantic, but it's also accessible. It's only 9 months away. And to fly there today, you take about 9 months. You want to stay there about 28 days, and then you return.
And back to The Martian. Now, you spent time studying Mars, studying possible travel to Mars. Do you think that man will ever go to Mars? And when do you think it might happen, based on working on this movie?
They could go, not now, tomorrow, or next year. They could go, they reckon, around at mid-2020s. They're already planning for that. They've already done experimentation towards that. An 18-year-old now who's thinking about being an astronaut could easily be one of the ones that goes up to Mars. And by then, the Mars journey may be less than 9 months. Could be like 8 months. How do you get up to speed once you're off into a vacuum? It's all to do with geometry, really, and fuel, and how do you survive. But the hardest single thing to do is, before you go, you can get a spaceship there, and then you can orbit there. But then you've got to get something down there with your astronauts, and then you've got to have somewhere to live down there, which has water, food, you name it, they need it. And if you're going to spend billions of dollars going there, you want to stay there for more than 2 days. You want to go there for a month. So you're surviving for a month. And you have to take all that stuff with you, hundreds of tons of stuff with you. So what they do is they send up what they call assets first. So right now around Mars there are 4, as we speak, there are 4 satellites tracking and planning, and there's no GPS there because there's no gravity. But they've got various assets that they've sent up there, and they know where they are because when they run out of doing it, they just pinpoint where it was. And that's what I use in Martian, because he knows this asset is up there. If he can get to it and restart it, it will enable him to reconnect with Earth. Because when they do anything up there, and they send anything up, there's a twin of exactly what's there. They have a twin here. So if they have a problem, they can go inside the 3rd tube. There's a nut on the right, turn it, so they have an absolute replica. Can you imagine trying to describe that? And the worst thing is the orbit of Mars and the Earth around the Sun. Earth moves faster than Mars. So Earth overtakes, and when it's at the farthest end of the orbit, with the Sun in the middle, that's light speed, radio speed is 12.5 minutes there, 12.5 minutes back. So you've got 24 minutes to say, can you hear me? When they're coming around catching them up, it's only 4.5 minutes because they pass close by each other.
The movie is The Martian. Director is Ridley Scott.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for coming to the Wall Street Journal.
Thank you very much.